into it right now. And there we are with a nice little intro again, very much appreciated. Sadly enough, we do not have those things in all assignments. That is a little bit sad.
Careful down there, Inquisitor. The world is crawling with Tyranids.
My main concern is not those Xenos, but another one in particular. Are you certain that the Harlequin will be here?
I am, as much as one can be, certain about Harlequins. But I know her, and I'm confident you'll meet her.
It's surprisingly quiet at the moment.
The Tyranids are hibernating, but trust me, your arrival will stir them up like...
A precise and surgical strike is what I need now. Send me the coordinates of the Harlequin.
There are 3 webway gates in the area. The Harlequin could be near any of them.
I'm still perplexed by the ferociousness of the Tyranids without their hide.
It is indeed remarkable. The Xenos recognize the futility of a full-scale invasion and use the available biomass to infect as many planets as they could.
Still, eventually they were purged by the Imperium.
Not entirely. After the Tyranids had scattered their forces, isolated diaspores were able to survive eradication. Mostly on the more backwater planets. How does that saying go about plans extending beyond contact with the enemy?
Well, it happens. If the surgical strike does not work, we can always try brute force.
Oh yeah, and brute force I think the Inquisition is very much known for. Alright, we have, okay, these guys are going to be very not so cool to engage, since as you can see they do bring in a lot of new enemies. So the main part for me there is actually going straight at them into close combat. So the call is, okay, this is nearer than that one, at least a little teensy bit, so let's go there. We oh, okay, I know the Melanthropes again.
Say this, Inquisitor Mercer, but considering the fate of this world, I'm beginning to understand how you treat the Eldar as potential allies.
We fear the alien, and for a very good reason. You need to recognize that some of them are waging the same hopeless war for existence in a hostile galaxy that we are.
Oh, and even a Carnifex. These are the are the points where it is, I think, very dicey with this kind of character, which can't really take many hits and doesn't really have, well, I don't want to call the constructs we have had with the Tech Adept Inquisitor a bodyguard of some sorts, but this is insane. As you can see, these guys are pretty damn nasty to take down. And this is even a... okay, I want to say character, but because it's called Menace of Talathir. Okay, let's move a little bit out of close combat, which is not the perfect thing, since this guy actually has firing power as well. But down it is very good. Sharp encounter. We, I think, could have died there very easily. Yes, and I think going to close combat here is the best choice we have. Because we then easily take it down with no problem. With the fiery form available, this really ain't no problem. So fiery form, going to close combat, taking it quickly down is the thing we need to do right here. And I fear this...
Inquisitor Mercer, do you have any idea what the Harlequin is trying to achieve on an infested?
It used to be their world. I'd say the Eldar regarded as their world still. Harlequins are attracted to the sites of great tragedies.
What is so unique about this?
This used to be an Eldari maiden world, at a hub in the webway. Numerous gates are still intact.
so she can dance between the webway and real space. A perfect hideout for a harlequin.
And it would be a perfect hideout, for example, for Imperial forces as well. And that's the reason why the Emperor, with his great wisdom, actually built not only the Golden Throne, but that was all part of the thing of entering the webway gate. As you can see, it has its downsides as well, especially if you are attacked by a traitor and fighting in a big civil war.
Now I'm beginning to see why the threat of the isolated Tyranidami led to Adeptus Mechanicus to order Exterminati.
Yes, that was the sad fate of this maiden world.
The current situation proves, though, that even an Exterminatus might not be enough.
What is more, so this proves that this particular hive mind acted like a highly intelligent being who used cold logic.
Oh yeah, the hive mind should not be underestimated in intelligence. Of course, the normal Tyranid creatures are, well, not basically intelligent, but with the support of the hive mind, they ain't that. The swarm ain't stupid at all.
We must talk, Harlequin. Seriously this time. I have fought my way here.
No, human. You have barely started fighting. The true battle only begins now.
My tolerance for your riddles has not increased greatly since last time.
Still, you are exactly where you need to be. Not far from here, upon the plains of despair, where the towers no longer sing laments, lies the ruin of the Shrine of the Prophecy.
I've warned you about talking in riddles, haven't I?
Your kind call it the Viscerum Prophecy. That is where the corrupted wanderer, the one you call Uther Tiberius, followed the same visionary words.
Tell me about the shrine.
Why? You would not understand it. The shrine holds great power, which is why the Devourers are drawn to it. I will lead you there once the path is clear.
And if I refuse to play my part in your wicked theatrics?
Then the Nexus will open, and its purple gaze will fall upon your falling empire, Inquisitor.
You sound just as insane as I thought. However, I have an idea about that swarm.
I will join you in the endless dance of death after you have walked through fire and flames.
Alright, quicker mission than I actually thought. I mean, it's maybe a little bit of a spoiler, but I remember.
Another heroic quest to cull the enemies of mankind. Glory to the Emperor!
I admire your sense of dedication, but focus on your mission. The threat you are about to face is immense.
What else would a solitary knight seek, if not a relentless battle? And a victory against all the odds!
The zone of your current engagement is swarming with Tyranids. I must also warn you about the venomous clouds obstructing large areas.
Trust me and the Crimson Wanderer, my brother in battle.
I am not your battle brother, sir, but I wish you a good fight. You must clear the entire area so the Inquisitor can proceed to the target location.
warn you, Knight, that the vaporous discharge you have entered is of an extremely corrosive nature.
A mere whiff of foul Xenos stench cannot harm my glorious war machine.
Quite the contrary. The acidic fog can significantly damage the plating of your Knight.
Blast! Full speed ahead! By the Emperor, will this unholy tide ever subside? The Wanderer is wading knee-deep in their corpses, and still they fight! I feel your frustration, pilot. I have fought the Tyranids only once. Rest assured, from all the filth in the galaxy, I hated those abominations the most fiercely.
Fire skulls are reporting new activity. The massacre has drawn out the synapse creature as expected.
My experience in Xenos matters is limited to fighting them, Inquisitor. Is this development good or bad?
It is quite subjective, I'm afraid. You will be facing a truly monstrous creature. However, it also possesses a psychic power that unites the Tyranids of this swarm. So killing it makes them lose control.
But that is great news! The more dangerous the opponent, the more glorious the victory! Inquisitor, the swarm is no more. The Crimson Wanderer has fulfilled its sacred duty. The area has been cleared. The machine spirit of my knight will need some soothing psalms after all this taint. You are free to proceed to the ancient shrine you seek, Inquisitor.
Inquisitor, may I remind you that you have only gained temporary respite by eliminating the synapse creature. The Tyranids are still unorganized, but soon another organism will replace the original synapse creature.
I have no time to lose. You must locate that Eldari shrine immediately.
indicate the approach of psi-active organisms, probably inbound from the adjacent zone.
So it has just been a lull. I'd better get ready. Another Eldari memory crystal, which has survived an exterminatus. I wonder what it could contain.
Closing in on the shrine. The architectural components of the nearby ruins are consistent with our records on spiritual Eldari structures.
I'm convinced that it has become the lair of something much more materialistic.
The last act in this grand tragedy will soon unfold, human. Are you willing to take the stage?
I must warn you that to manipulate an Inquisitor is not the brightest idea, Eldar.
Always so furious. So short-sighted. I am not your weak-willed subordinate.
Insolence! You have clearly betrayed me.
This stone once absorbed the soul of a seer, the greatest pathfinder in the garden of ever-changing roads. I need it. We need it to walk the seventh path. This is the first curio of fate I need.
Are you willing to cooperate?
On one condition.
What would that be?
You really, really need to survive your next battle. I've promised you answers, human. So, you will have your answers.
Did you lead me here on purpose?
I might have manipulated you to help me take the spirit stone from this scorched pit of despair our planet has become. Yes.
Did you lie about everything? The prophecy? The Alpha Pariah?
I cannot lie. My role forbids it. Your Inquisitor brother knows that. That's why you were sent here. Clever, clever Mercer. I weave my words too carefully for lies.
Enough of this. Do you know the answer to my question, or not?
There is a place deep within the maze that spreads between the real space and the warp. And in the heart of that living, twisting labyrinth lies the Black Library.
You are stalling again. I'm losing patience with you, Eldar.
The library is a repository of forbidden knowledge. A vast collection.
You had it the entire time.
I told you I didn't lie. Take the prophecy. It is yours.
I swear, that's the last time I deal with the Eldari. What do you make of this ancient prophecy, Magos?
The tech priest considers it pure Xenox nonsense. My opinion is more nuanced, but I can't see any practical use for it either.
You are being too harsh. The prophecy alludes to certain facts that we know are valid.
You are willing, then, to accept the existence of a million-year-old artifact created by a race long extinct that somehow had knowledge of the birth of beings like her?
Uther's research was based on ancient Fabricatus technology. The existence of the Alpha Pariah could easily be the result of this prophecy. In that case, the Pariah needs the artifact to control her powers and fulfill her true potential. Otherwise, she presents grave danger to everyone.
Do you have a destination for me?
I have faced some daunting tasks, but finding an unknown artifact created by a long-extinct race sounds impossible. The tech priest has scoured the available inquisitorial archive of classified data troves. Nothing.
Luckily, we have an acquaintance who knows his way around the system.
Are you referring to Nathaniel Grexus, the resourceful rogue trader captain with a shady past?
In his youth, Grexus made a fortune as a trader in Xenos relics. He has abandoned that particular career since then, but he must have kept his contacts.
I suppose you might have an idea as to his whereabouts.
We have exchanged messages recently. He was on his way to the mining world Arcadus.
Then we will follow him. He will surely be glad to see us.
The tech priest has sent out several scryer skulls. We have a hit on Grexus.
And what is our old friend doing here exactly?
May I hazard a guess? Old Nathaniel Grexus must be quite busy with one of his suspicious deals.
This area is a hideout for rebellious deserters. Whatever he's doing here, I will most certainly not approve.
Are you willing to face an army of rebels?
They will have a chance to show penitence.
picked feed from the Scryer Skulls.
You have betrayed me, you filthy rat!
First, call me a rat again and I will break your jaw. Secondly, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Really? An Imperial agent has landed in the zone. Tell me it was not you.
Don't you dare pin this on me, you scoundrel.
Snitches like you deserve death. But we can use you as a hostage. Lads, watch this filth while I deal with this mess.
I have no time to lose. The contacts of Captain Grexus seem to dabble in Prometheum smuggling as well. These rebels have a shadowy benefactor with the moniker the...
These rebels keep dealing in all sorts of dubious activities.
The increasing forces tore this sector apart for a very long time, fragmenting the largest Astra Militarum regiment into separated entities. Those who were weak and flesh have fallen into the abyss of foul treachery.
Inquisitor! What a sight for sore eyes.
Not a remark I hear often, I must admit.
I bet. But you have saved my precious hide again. Praise the Emperor.
I had some pressing reasons to seek you out, Grexus.
I sense a recurring pattern here, Inquisitor. I'm always glad to help the Imperium.